sheep, you now rocking with the elite.
Welcome back. It's another episode, Neighborhood CEOs. I got my dog in here, Lionel, shotgun with me, man. I'm John, by the way. Lionel, man, what's happening with you?
Hey, brother, I'm good, man. Like we just said, man. Hey, not getting a break from these kids, bro. That's it. So that's it, man. Working and taking care of the family.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Normally, Lionel, it's been a minute since, man. Normally, I think we had a couple of your guys in here, man, and we had a couple of neutral guests, man. But this one of my guys, man, from way back in the days, man. Shit, I don't know, park and rec basketball, man. Then, we was rocking for shit all the way till I had to part way. I had to take a left on him, Lionel, about junior year. He was supposed to go with me, man, but he ain't make it. But I had to go and rock with put the collar shirt on, tuck my shirt in for a couple of years, man. But yeah, this my guy, man. Raymar Byrd, man. What's up, bro?
What's up, fellas, man? I appreciate y'all having me on the platform, man. And it's an honor. I love what you guys are doing, and I'm glad to be here this afternoon, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
No doubt.
man. But yeah, man. We just like I said, man. Me and Ray was going back in the days, man. But you know how life be doing, man. She just everybody go their way, man. Get there. You start having them kids, man. You start moving around. Doing what we're supposed to do, man. Trying to make something shake, man. But yeah, we done got social media. We got back in the game, man. But yeah, dog. Hey, so I know you, Raymar. Lionel already know you a little bit, man. Not too much, man. On everybody that's watching, they may or may not. Some people will, man. But just start us off, man. A little bit, from the beginning, man.
Cool, man. So born and raised in Louisa, brought up in the area, definitely got family in between Orange, Albemarle County. So, I grew up as a kid just kind of, in those areas back and forth. My grandparents are actually in Albemarle County, so I spent a lot of time back and forth Louisa and Albemarle, to be honest. And just doing the everyday stuff that a country kid does, man. Spending a lot of time with the family, spending a lot of time with the cousins. And just growing up around the older cousins and doing what we do. I think a lot of that is just kind of a commonality from where we're from, and it cultivates us into who we are today. So, that was mainly my upbringing, man, and getting into school, getting into sports, and falling in love with the game of basketball. It's coming through middle school, meeting John, from all the way from Parks and Rec. I was just thinking about this, John. We actually went on a couple of college visits together too, man.
Did we go to Lynchburg? We go to
We
Lynchburg?
went to we went to Lynchburg and where you went to, Davis and Elkins, man. So we have been rocking since then, man. So it's all about the journey, man, and you never know, where life places you and who life puts you together with, but it's always for a reason.
Yeah.
And it's just coming out of Louisa and going to college and having those life experiences all through the game of basketball, man, it was a blessing. So you learn a lot, man, and here we are today. We were part of the 40 Club now, and you know.
Hey, Lionel ain't there yet, man.
Nah, that's it.
Okay.
Nah, I mean, I'm on y'all heels, man. I'll be 40 next year, but I'm right there
Cool,
knocking.
cool,
Yeah, I'm knocking on the
cool.
door.
Yeah.
Man, but it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a
Nah,
beautiful
facts.
thing, man. It's
Facts.
it's 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 beautiful, man, and you get to look. You have a different lens, on everything once you get a little bit older, man, and there's some things that weren't important in the past. Um, they kind of fade away, and then you have other priorities that become way more important, man, and your focus shifts. So, man, it's a blessing through the journey, man. I can't stress that enough, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
that's real. That's real. I mean, just real quick on that. Do y'all feel not not necessarily feel 40, right? Or feel like, but do you think like you ever feel young? Like, damn, I can't believe I'm this old, or like how much time that went by. I mean, I feel like we was just in high school, college, whatever the case may be, in our early 20s, man. Now we, fuck, and in our early
Hey,
40s, you know what
hey,
I'm saying?
man.
That's wild.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I feel. I don't feel old, But I
Right.
mean, I don't know how many years it been. I'm gonna tell you, every day I wake up, when I first touch my feet on the ground, hey, my joints be aching, yo. Like my feet, but it just be like, I guess for a little while, for a couple minutes, you get moving around. So I don't know if that's old, but I think, man, like my parents, old people used always to tell you like time go fast, or you get old before you know it, you'll be this. And I remember like, I don't know, maybe 25. I'm like, man, hey, them 50, 60-year-old people, like, damn, yo, how y'all can't move? How y'all can't, whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't know if it go fast, but it's gone, man. So
They
that's
be
one thing.
feeling like it.
Time is wicked, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't feel old, but that's why I don't know what happened. Maybe because us talking to Ball Hawk, or I don't know, man. But I just, this year I started to be like, man, I gotta, and I ain't feel like I was in bad shape. But that time I told you, Lana, I tried to play, and it was like, man, like I never played before. So since then, I was like, man, I gotta get back as right as I can get for, what I'm saying, for my age, or for, what I'm gonna do, man. So I don't know if I feel old, but I'm
Yeah.
definitely trying not to, I'm trying to get better. I'm
Yeah.
trying to tighten up, man. So I feel like I know a guy on my route, man. He like 85 years old, man. If you saw him, you would swear, if he told you he was 51, you wouldn't say nothing. He 85, yo. He got driver's license. He be out there on his tractor, and you know what I'm saying. He just, what I'm saying. I don't know what he be doing, but I seen that dude, and I just be, we got more information now too, man, about food and health and all that. But I definitely don't feel it, man. But I agree with what people used to say, man. Time be going, man.
Nah, absolutely, absolutely. And like all of those sayings, like when you get to this age, like all of those sayings that like, your grandparents or the older folks used to say, man, they really start making sense at this time too, man. So, the time is flying, and like for us, it's just like, we have the information now on how to be healthy, how to treat our bodies. It's all about utilizing it and applying it on a daily basis, man. And what John has going on, man, like it's been accountable for me, just waking up every day or waking up every other day, working out, running,
Yeah,
getting at least 45 minutes to an hour in. And
something.
if you look at that, it's just a small portion of your day.
Yeah,
But at the same time, you are applying something to yourself that's going to be beneficial for
yep,
further down the line. So, it's a benefit.
yeah. Hey, Lana, I know you. I tagged you out for a while, man. I'm gonna have to got to get back in the game.
Get out in the game.
Get back in the
Get
game.
back at it. Yeah. Nah, I respect that. I respect that. Nah, I mean, I feel like you're right though. I mean, I think that all of that, all of the above, right? Because we gotta move our bodies, and to the old guy you seeing on your route. The thing he's doing, he's moving.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And I think that's the name of the game, man. You got to keep moving out here. And I think slowing life down, because I do think time goes by fast because we so busy and we got so much on our plate, so much we hustling and bustling and trying to make ends meet, and on top of raising kids and their lives. I feel like sometimes our kids' lives be busier than ours, So yeah, bro, but it just be a lot on our minds, man, just trying to get things done. But no, I feel that 100%, man. Taking care of ourselves is priority, top priority.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
This what the globe gonna keep spinning, man. It's gonna keep spinning.
Yeah.
Yep. I ain't never, like, when you younger, man, you don't even think about it, man. But it's like everybody know, it's like a cycle. Our parents,
Yeah.
they did what they could do with us. We doing what we could do, and it feel like every like generation, you get more information, you get smarter. Technology go, it advanced, so we got more tools to give our kids. And when I say we feel like we 40, we feel 40. When you said that, Lionel, for real, if you think about it, if you play, you do it right, man, you got a long time left, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you
True.
hope so, but I'm saying for real to be like what we looking at, how we are right now. You got I mean, 30 years, man, to still. I would say at least 25, not before you gone, but you at least got 25, man. Where you can still be. You can
Yes,
be
you're
what they
saying
call
feel
like
like
a
yourself.
cool dad.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can still do your thing. You can still
Hmm.
put on what you want to put on for your age. You can still move how you want to move for your age. But if you
Yeah.
don't, I be seeing people, man, that I ain't saying I don't say their names or whatever, but I just see people that I know that I don't know, and they ain't, what I'm saying, they look like life got them in the figure four, man, like it's just draining them, dog, and you don't know if it's
Yeah.
their household or their health or some stuff like you can be as healthy as you want to be, and you could have a heart attack tomorrow. Like it ain't nothing.
Hmm.
It's your time. You got to go, but I'm just saying, man,
Mm-hmm.
we had it. It's been a long time. The time went by, but we got, what I'm saying, we got a long time, man, to still, what I'm saying, accomplish what you want to accomplish, and what I'm saying, do what you want to do out here, man.
Yeah, it's never too late, man. You got to be able to have a life management plan too. We kind of get so caught up in the rat race and the
Yes.
everyday hustle and bustle that we kind of put that ahead of everything else.
Yeah.
And then we're chasing that, and that's definitely not how you want to take the approach to life, man. Because if yourself first, you got to take care of yourself first before you
Yeah.
can take care of anything or anybody else. And I feel that when people kind of have that out of order, that's where those burdens and stuff come in. And that's something that I learned, man. That's something that I learned, man. I was in my 20s and 30s out here just trying to hustle and bustle, man. And I was missing out on certain things. And it takes some growth and development to start to understand that. But once you have foresight into seeing things the way that you need to see them specifically for yourself, man, it starts to change your perspective. And that's when you can start making those little changes here and there to better attribute to your day to day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so
Yeah.
let me ask y'all this, man. We saying, what we doing. Y'all wish like y'all could have started like Lon, you 39, we 40. You wish you could have started like damn, if I could have started what I'm doing 5 years earlier, or I wish I
Mm-hmm.
would have knew this. Because some people be like, you where you supposed to be. I agree with that. But I still think sometimes like, yo, if I would have just been on this or knew this information at 31 or 32 or whatever. Because we all, you always be looking back when we were young. We had fun. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
did what we
yeah.
wanted to do at that time. You could say if you didn't experience whatever in your 20s, you might not be where you at right now. But y'all
Mm-hmm.
don't never feel like, like, damn, I wish I would have got what I got a little bit wise or knew what I knew now, like earlier. Or you just feel like, hey, it's where it's supposed to be.
Nah, you hit it on the head. Got a little wiser earlier. I wasted a lot of time, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
man, that's what I'm saying,
period,
man.
period. I
I'm
wasted a
just
lot
saying,
of
like, not
time.
even like I'm just talking about like business ideas,
Yeah, all of
health,
that.
fitness, or whatever, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Mm-hmm.
the times where you like, man, we all used to, we all did the homecomings and all the trips and all that. But I'm just saying, far as like, I just feel like far as business, man, because I still
Mm-hmm.
do it today, man. I procrastinate all the time. Somebody might think like, because I might go out there and post that I'm doing this, but I be having something in my head like, yo, I should do such and such. But I don't do it. It might take me a month for it. Might be a year. I still be talking about like,
Mm-hmm.
man, I should have did that. Then you'll see somebody that come and do it, and you be like, damn, like I've been thinking that in my mind, but I got a bunch of ideas I don't put no action to sometimes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. When we were conversing yesterday a little bit just to see how the software was running out,
Yeah,
we had mentioned like the new year, you know what I'm saying? And I know for myself and probably for you too, John, being born in January,
yeah,
like we always be like, all right, at my birthday, I'm gonna start. This is
yeah,
this is when I'm gonna start.
yeah,
And then you get to your birthday, and then before you know it, it's March,
yeah,
and those things that you might have set out for yourself the beginning at the start of the year, like it's gone. You might not be able to check everything else off. So, you
yeah,
know, um, to just answer the question, what you're saying is like, I kind of feel a little bit of both. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like, I feel that maybe when I was younger, if I could apply myself the way that I can apply myself now, I don't know if I'd have been able to handle it because
yeah,
of maturation.
yeah,
But at the same time, I do wish I had, that accountability and obedience then to be able to propel myself a little bit further than,
yeah.
where I'm at now. But you know, maybe we are where we're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
We are, man. I think we
Yeah,
are, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just like I don't know, man. I just feel like that. I mean, sometimes like, and then we always got to look at too, like I be seeing little posts, and it be what they say, like your life is like somebody's dream, like somebody out there looking at how you live, and they like, damn, yo, I wish Lionel got that shit together, man. So we might look at whoever, and we like, yo, that nigga, he got so and so, he got it, man. So we don't really, we ain't like ungrateful, but you just know what you capable of. You know, like all of us, like we can be like we doing what we doing what we supposed to do, man. So I'm sure it's people that look at you and where you at, Lionel, me, and they like, damn, yo. But for me, myself, I'm like, I ain't doing enough.
I ain't that. Yeah, I
And
always.
I don't want to be chasing. It ain't about chasing a dollar
Yeah.
like that. It's just, I just know like, we like dope individuals, man. So we ain't just out here just to be out here, man. And then you look at your kids, and you doing stuff with them. I just be wanting to have all the knowledge, info I can, and whatever I can do, because like I said, 40 years it already went by. So you know what I'm saying. When they end with, I'm like, I'm gonna at least need 40 more. I just told my son the other day, I was like, he said, my youngest son, he was like, he don't be understanding. He was like, he gonna outlive everybody in the house, right? Because because the oldest person, he's like, you going first. He told me, he's like, you gonna go first. You gonna go first. He's like, then mommy gonna go, then Mason gonna go. He said, then I'm gonna be. I was like, well, I'm gonna be here till 100. I said, I'm gonna get to 100, man. I said, so I'm gonna be with you till I'm 100. Then I'm gonna check. I said, I might go then, but you know what I'm saying. We got a long time, man. But I
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
feel like, we where we supposed to be at, man. But I don't
yeah.
be satisfied, man. So that's my thing, man.
But yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that. I think it's hard to find a sense of satisfaction with with your current life when you think about where you want your life to be or what you want your life to look like.
Yeah.
But Raymar said a term, man, that really stood out to me is that obedience piece. Because I do feel like when we lack obedience, we stay in the same cycles until we can be obedient to whatever the cause is, whatever we need to be doing, whether it's, following through on that business idea, whether it's, letting go of certain or sacrificing certain behaviors or situations, whatever, right? People, and so whether we can, shoot or spring to the top. And so I think that's the piece, man. I think we just have a hard time letting go of certain things in our life, bro. Like, because we stubborn people at the end of the day. Like, we don't like change. You know what I mean? Like, change for some of us is like, damn, I should look nice, but you mean I got to do this and do that and do that? It's like, I don't know. I get back to you on my birthday. You know what I'm saying? Versus, why we got to push it out to the birthday? Like, why not start right now? And we do that. We procrastinate that way for a better time, the perfect time. But nah, that obedience is big.
Yeah, and we definitely have the information, and a lot of times we might get stuff like, man, I wish our folks knew what we knew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've had that thought in my mind before, but they were living in a different time. They weren't, they didn't have access to what we have, and sometimes they weren't even given access to what they should have had because of who they were. And I think it's just our responsibilities to feed to feed everything that we have to our children, so they can continue the cycle to kind of continue to propel us as a people, and also for our family sakes, and the legacies that we want to leave behind, because you know we man, like, if you look at our people from a larger scale, man, like, we need more of what we're doing right now. This has to spread like a wildfire, because it's just needed. It's just needed.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think you talking about like our family, man. I be joking with my dad sometimes. Be like, man, where the land at, man? What's in the will, man? You ain't leave me nothing, dog. You ain't give me nothing to kickstart me with, man. You ain't set me up with nothing in my. I ain't got no business in my name. Yeah, he was like, and he was like, shit, ain't nobody give it to me. He's like, I ain't got nothing to give you. I ain't got nothing to give you. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, man, we be playing around. But I mean, that's how some people, not too many of us, but that's how some people, they say you get started born on third base. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So, and then I mean, if you really think about it, if I got it like that, man, I wouldn't be no good, man. If I just got something handed to me when I was like
Silver
15, I would
spoon.
be
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna run that one day when I'm older. It'll be done, man, because that's why I feel like, it's the only reason why I feel like we right where we supposed to be, because if I got too much at 25, 22, well, I'm gonna be ridiculous, man. I ain't gonna be respectful with it. I'm gonna be blowing whatever I got. and I wasn't really reckless like that. But I'm just saying, if I got it at that age and I didn't really have to work for it, I ain't gonna really appreciate it like that, man. So you know what I'm saying? Now I would hope if I had some type of family business or whatever that I was left, I hope I would handle it the right way. But you know how that could be too. If I got it and then I got brothers, I got family, I'm gonna try to put everybody in the position, try to have everybody this big family, whatever. And sometimes that don't go right. Sometimes that ain't the way it got. It ain't the way it's supposed to go, man. So yeah, I do think that's true though, man. We right where we supposed to be at, man. But like you
Yeah.
said, that's why it's good. Like we always say, just stay focused, man. Don't look to the left, don't look to the right. And social media be big with that too. Like, we all check out, different people doing stuff, and you don't know if it's real or fake. And you see like comedians, you see like them comedians or these people like streamers that pop up, and you think like, oh damn, how do they do this? But if you really know the story, some of these people been doing this stuff for like 10 years, man.
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
social media have you, thinking
Have
like it's that easy, but it ain't too many
overnight. Yeah.
exceptions
Yeah.
out here, man. That's really, really getting to some generational, wealth or, something like that. So yeah, I think we right on track, man. We on schedule, man.
Most definitely. But like you were saying, man, like you have some people don't get it even when we get it at our ages, man.
Oh yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
that's why I said it's what I'm saying. These people out here that's if you look around, and that's kind of like local. You go to your local
Hmm.
gas station or you go to your where you from, you will see all the people you might
Yeah.
thought was the guy at one point, and they ain't it no more, man. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, man, you can we good, man. Like if
Now.
we don't do nothing else, we just where we at, we stay here for the rest of our life.
Hmm.
Our kids will still be good, we'll still be
Hmm.
good, but you know, we'll get it. We'll get it right, man. Everybody
Yeah.
get it right, man. But yeah, man, I be always thinking about that, man. But since we on the business, man, Bird, man, like I told you, man, I ain't know, man, that you was a car guy like that, man. So
Yeah. Yeah, man.
tell us where the showroom shine, man. How that came about, man.
So like that was my dad's side hustle as a kid, man, was washing cars, detailing people cars, man. And when I moved back up here to Northern Virginia, man, every time he'd come up to visit, he'd be like, "Man, you ain't out here detailing cars, man." You like, he like, "What's up, man?" Like every time he come to visit, he's like, "Man, you should be out here, getting it in."
Yeah,
He saved money.
So yeah, 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 yeah. So, it just turned, and that's something that I always had the skill set to do.
yeah.
So it's always been like a more so of a passion project for me.
Mhm.
And so, I just legitimized it, man. And, it's a balancing act at this point in time because, I love what I do professionally, at the day to day. But at the same time, this is like more so therapeutic for me. So it's a balancing act in such where um, I managed it to where it doesn't get too overwhelming. And I know at a point in time I'm gonna have to have a come to terms with a decision for it.
Yeah,
But I'm gradually building up to that point to where if I do have to make a decision for it, it's gonna be the right one for it. But yeah, man, it's like it's a passion project, man. It's really not so much about um the income at this point, I mean, it's decent. I'm in a good area to make decent money,
yeah,
detailing cars and whatnot. But it's just something that I love doing, man. And I got it set up in my neighborhood to where my most of my clientele, man, they're my neighbors there. They drop their cars off and get their walk in and come back and pick their car up. So it's been a good thing, man. So I can't complain about it too much, man. But just putting some focus into it in a different direction is my next steps to see
hmm
what I can really do with it.
yeah.
Yep, yeah,
That's what's up. You find that. I mean, like you said, you ain't putting too much pressure on yourself, man. But you find it don't interfere in with your 9 to 5, or it don't make you don't miss out on nothing, or you don't devote more to one or the other, like how
yeah,
you got it balanced the way you want it to be, or you feel like
yeah.
more or less.
It's balanced. It's balanced, man. I try not to do, what I'm saying. I try not to do no more than 7 cars a month for real.
Yeah,
And if I do anything on a weekday, like last year when I first started, man. I was just out there, just testing the waters. But,
Yeah,
and then I was finding that, some things may have been leaking over or, as providing a customer service, that's really different, man. You want to be very detail oriented and have people, genuinely want you to come back and, you know, leave good reviews and things of that nature. So my shift was like more so in the quality over the quantity,
yeah,
you know, at the end of the day. So, once I figured out how to like itemize that, then, I was able to just create a good balance with the schedule. And, like I said, like I'm really at a good point. And it's seasonal too, man. I do it from like March to like October, into October.
yeah.
And but the thing about the detailing business is you just want to have those clients who you see on a regular basis, man.
That's it.
If you can get about 2 to 3 families who you seeing like every other week, man, you really don't need no other clientele. And
Yeah,
that's been my goal too. So, and I do have a couple of families who I do see on a continuous basis. So,
yeah,
man, it's just about finding your niche, man, and like I said, creating a balance and not letting it outweigh what it needs to outweigh at this point in time. So, yeah, that was a good question, bro.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, that's how I started my business. I was full time, then had my business as a side hustle, full time working a 9 to 5, and had my business as a side hustle. And you're right, it's like you take bite off too much at one time. It's like, all right, but they say all money is not good money,
Good
right?
money. Right, 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 right.
And you like, that shit doing you in is, it's doing you bad. So yeah, it's good, man. You finding that balance and understanding doing it. It's like you doing the figures. Like if I do this many, I'm like, all right, this is all I need. This, and that's good, and that's all to the good. When you really,
Yeah,
you got your
yeah.
overhead, but it's all to the good normally. So
And I actually I learned that through my first business venture, man. I had the
mm,
mentoring stuff going on
okay,
back when I was in Louisa. I had the nonprofit doing the mentoring, and like that was leaking over into the 9 to 5.
mm-hmm,
yeah,
And just
yeah,
because I was trying to build a quality product, and what I learned from that is like you got to have a team, especially when you're trying to do like mental health work. You can't do
yeah.
everything
You
on
can't.
your own and by yourself, man. And then I'm sure it's just like finding really good people who are gonna
Mm-hmm,
respect and see your vision
mm-hmm,
and and all of that great stuff and carry out your mission of what you have for your business,
mm-hmm.
which is very important. And good people in the mental health field, they're hard to find. It's hard to
Right,
find good
right.
people, man, who want to stand by your product and stand by what you want to do. So
yeah,
I think just going through that, and then like COVID killed my nonprofit, man.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
because mentoring's all in person. Yeah.
all in person, man. COVID killed my nonprofit, man. But just looking back on it, man, it was a blessing in disguise because um it worked out the way it was supposed to work out, man. And I and my name stayed my name stayed good.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't like in a situation to where like, oh man, like I gotta dissolve this thing. But I
Mm-hmm.
learned so much from it and I was able to take so much away from it, that I was happy with the outcome. So, it's all about the progress and learning.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for
Yeah,
sure.
that's facts, bro. That's facts. I mean, I understand, man. John, we've had some businesses not go the way we wanted it to go.
Man,
And
my business sitting on the
shit,
side of the road in my mom's house right now, man. That's where it's at. That's my
right,
damn box truck, man. That joint right
right.
there, boy. But yeah, man. Yeah, but like I said, like he said, man, you learning though, man. We learn.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said earlier, man. If I got something earlier, I might have tricked it off, man, because
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
now I'm in a position like if I want to start something and it don't go right, I ain't all the way dove into it. So, I'm still, I ain't jumping out no window. So I gotta go to work every day.
Right,
I'm going to work Monday
right,
through well, I'm going to work
right.
mostly every day anyway, but I'm going to
Yeah,
work
yeah,
every day. And
yeah,
so whatever I want to do is a bonus. But that's why I feel like if I ain't that person either, man. You know how some people you see them, I don't know if y'all know people, but you see them online and they was like, man, I just dove in. I quit my 9 to 5. I went to full time, but I ain't that guy. I ain't that brave, man. So, but like you said, you still. That's what I be thinking about sometimes. Like if I could put more time into certain things, then where how much further along would I be? But hey, I got people in the house. They ain't for they
I was
can't.
just about to say, I was just about to say that, man. Like, you know, when you got other responsibilities, man, it
Yeah,
takes away from, like, the monetary stuff can take away from what's important.
yeah.
And, you don't want to lack in that area.
Nah,
So, you got to be reasonable with your efforts.
yeah. Gotta be
For
smart,
sure.
man. Yeah,
Yeah, you got to balance it.
you got
Yeah,
hit and miss.
Yeah. hmm
yeah, I
For
believe that.
sure.
Yeah, but since we ate the mental health though, man, Lana, that's your thing, and Raymar, that's your 9 to 5 is what's that like more like?
So I'm also I'm in program management now, man, but it's still the same thing, man. Child welfare, man. Just out here making
Yeah.
sure I got good folks is making sure the kids are doing what they need to do and that they're safe, man. So yeah, same feel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I asked that man because a while ago, me and Lana, I think maybe Lamar was on here with us, and we talked about the kid Kyron Lacey. And then back then, this maybe a couple months, man, when that thing happened, and I ain't really, I mean that's how you know about the internet and the news. They had us thinking like he was out here reckless, doing the wrong thing, and I guess his mental health wasn't intact because he took his own life, and now just recently we heard that wasn't really what it was, man. So, Lana, like for you, like in your field, man, like how what you thought about when you heard that? Did that take you to like if somebody could have talked to him, or what did you think when you heard about how what we thought was happening to like damn, like what we found out that happened?
I had a couple of different thoughts. I think the like to your point, like the first thought, I'm like, man, where was this kid mentally? Where knew he was innocent, and
Yeah,
he stopped fighting for his innocence. So that tells me, maybe where his level of hopelessness was. He was at extreme level of hopelessness, and I don't know too much about the family dynamic, but
yeah,
was none of his family fighting for him? Was they not by his side? So that made me think a little bit about that part. But then also I'm like, wow, the people, his parents. Now as a parent, the truth has been revealed. Now as a parent, do you feel relieved that your son's is justice, or are you infuriated my son took his life because of this? It just for me it was like, wow, man, like I'm as a parent, man, I couldn't imagine being in that position when
Yeah,
my son took his life because he thought he lost everything essentially,
yeah.
right? And he thought his life was over, so he ended his own life because of this framing, because of this propaganda that was put on him. So man, it's just super sad. It's almost like, damn, I wish I wouldn't have known as a parent. But man, it was tough. It's tough. I mean, still even processing it. I think you look at a kid like that who had the world in his hands. It's like, wow, man, just taken away from him because somebody else didn't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, man.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Yep.
what you think? What was you doing? What you think about that joint, Raymond?
man. I have like two different perspectives on it. Like, initially, when it first happened, you're just getting blasted of what the media is saying. Like,
Yeah,
he caused this accident, and then, you're thinking like, man, like what was he doing? You know what I'm saying? Just because of
it was close to
what
the draft too. It was close to the draft too, so he was getting ready.
Yeah, yeah, and he was one of the top receivers,
Yeah,
preparing himself for the draft, and you just like, man, like, what was he thinking? That's what that's what my mindset was like. Yeah, what was he thinking at this point in time? And then when all this stuff comes out months later, you have a whole nother perspective on it, and it just really goes to show you how, number one, like how the media can put their twist on things,
that's it.
you know. You look at the prosecution, right? Whatever firsthand information that they get, that's what they're utilizing to bring up charges on somebody. So they're getting that information directly from those officers who made those reports, and boom, you got a person that perished. So that's what they're using, and that's what they're blasting, and that's what we're seeing.
Yep.
And then for this to come out, it's just like, like who dropped the ball? Because this kid was stripped of his future,
Yep.
and he ultimately was stripped of his life because of something that could have totally went the opposite way. Man, like just reading today, he was 72 yards away,
I damn near a whole football field
a
away.
whole football field, man. Like, So it's just a lot of, like Lionel said, I'm still processing it. It's a lot of gray areas in there, but I really hope that there's, some justice for his family that comes out of this, and that they can feel alleviated with the decisions that are going to be made in the future as it relates to the circumstance.
Yeah, man. I think, man, I don't know, man, because for me, like I'm on the I'm on the mental health thing, like how we got to check on people, man, and all that. But then I'm also like, if that's me, I ain't going out. I ain't checking out, man, because I ain't do nothing. Like if I know I'm 72 yards away, I don't know. I can't say because
Right.
I'm not a young kid right now, but I can't see me being 21 and no, I didn't do nothing. And ain't enough media in the world to be like, especially in this day with all this technology, all these cameras. Now back when we was 20, maybe I was like, damn, yo, they got you, man. Because
Yeah, no matter what you say.
yeah, that's different, man. But
Yeah,
I just feel like, man, it's just. I mean, I hope I hear something about. I don't know what they'll say because he not here about his mental health because it got to be something up there.
Already, maybe already there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I'm thinking. I'm
yeah,
thinking something that probably already was pre-existing.
yeah,
it got to be, man, because
Yeah.
just like I said, the tape, the video, it showed you that that wasn't what they reported, but for him to like take his life, it had to be something else. So that's why
yeah,
what y'all do, you know what I'm saying? It's important, man, and just checking on people that you think is flying high, man. The biggest athlete in the area, the person with the most money that the person with all the business, with all the everything that you think on the like exterior is like they got it. You still gotta like check on them.
yeah.
You
You
still
gotta
gotta
check on you.
yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta check
Mm-hmm,
on
mm-hmm,
people, man. And
mm-hmm,
I don't know who checked on
mm-hmm.
him. Maybe they because I see the videos of him and he laughing, he joking, he's dancing. You know what I'm saying? He's being a kid, man. But I can't really, yeah. I like y'all said, I can't wrap mine around it neither because
yeah,
I'm just knowing how I am right now, man. If I ain't done nothing, well, I ain't. That's the last thing I'm doing is what he did, man. But like you said, man, I ain't in them shoes, man. So I can't really say.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, you can't say that. Go ahead, Regan.
Yeah, just from that perspective too, just being in the field, and I'm sure Lionel, like that's not a cold turkey thing, you know.
Yeah, right.
That's something that they call it ideation. That's something
Mm-hmm,
that you probably had those thoughts prior to, but
mm-hmm,
didn't have the opportunity or didn't feel that you need to follow through on that. So if there was something that was pre-existing, man, it's important, like you said, John, that you have those people to come check in on you and to ensure that you're okay. Because from what I also read that there was some type of argument at his house before he left that night, and the police chase started. So it's a whole backstory
Yeah,
to everything too, and yeah, man, it's just unfortunate, man. I wish this kid, wasn't stripped of his life the way it was, just based off of that circumstance, because from what I read, he was really suffering from thinking and being made to believe that he was the cause for somebody else losing their life, man. And I don't think nobody should have to go through that when it did not occur.
yeah,
mm-hmm,
yeah.
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
hey, so when something like that happen, man, do y'all like? I know like sometimes I'll do it, man. Do y'all like that day y'all hear about it? Y'all go home and be like Lonnie, you go home and like Jace, man, let me talk to you, man, or you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You just do like you parent different that day, or do y'all talk about like I don't bring up none of that stuff like the Charlie Kirk thing. I ain't talking to my kids about that. Like they don't need it even. They'll never know until they. I don't know if they have. I hope they don't have them in no books, but they'll never know about none of that because I don't feel like that's worth me explaining it to them. But like when I hear that thing, like my kids, they're young, but still, like that day I hear about it, I'm gonna come home and I'm just gonna talk to them about something, just because
Yeah,
like I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
man, I'm gonna be a little bit. I feel like I'm a great parent, but that night or something, I'm gonna be a little different. I'm gonna be a little bit better
yeah,
that night, just because, like, you know what I'm saying. You never know, man. You never know, like when your kids go out, which they ain't in that type of situation, but it's wild people out here, man. I
yeah,
can't go to school, and just like that kid he had a mental health breakdown. We got teachers. Our kids got teachers, man. You don't know what they got going on. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? They got
hmm
principal, they got bus drivers. I mean, they ain't riding. We don't really ride buses no more, but you know what I'm just saying, man. You never know what somebody got going on, And back in the day, we used to ride a school bus, ain't no problem. But who knows what a school bus teacher got, a school bus driver got going? They say, you know what? I'm turning this joint off the road today because of how I lost whatever, or you know what I'm saying. So
Mm-hmm.
y'all don't do none of that when certain issues be happening. You don't really go home and be like, damn, just look around like, damn, I gotta. Even if you ain't doing nothing wrong, like I would tighten up a little
Nah.
bit. Man.
Yeah, I mean, not intent, not to that intent. You know, not
Yeah,
hearing something and saying, all right, when we talk to him, right?
yeah,
But I do think that situation that did, and I actually talked to Jasmine. I'm like, man, like it makes me so afraid for my kids. You know, like,
yeah,
how do you protect your kids? You know, it makes me feel. I'll be honest with you, bro. It makes me feel helpless
yeah,
as a parent.
yeah.
Because you can do anything. Think about it, man. You, as a parent, you got your kid to a point where they are a top recruit, right? Coming out of high school, goes to one of the best college football schools
Yeah.
in America, and then he's a top draft pick on top of that. As a parent, you're like, damn, I done checked all the boxes. On paper, it looks like I done checked all the boxes to get my kid the future that he's always desired, and then it's taken away from him like that.
Yeah, man.
Whew, yeah, I mean, yeah, we can go home and talk to him, but man, it's like the world we live in is so, man,
It's
scary.
wicked. Yeah,
It's
it's
wicked.
wicked, man.
Thank
And
you. Yeah,
as a
it's
parent,
wicked. Yeah.
it makes you feel like you might have left out on something,
Mm-hmm.
and then you might feel this sense of hurt or anguish or regret that
Mm-hmm.
you your will starts turning, and you might be thinking like, I could have used this moment to teach this lesson, or I could
Mm-hmm.
have used this moment to plant this seed. So man, I can only imagine what his family's going through. But yeah, John, like what you were saying, man. Just try to. So I got my daughters, man, and girls are a little different from boys. So
Yeah, you
they're
know,
more,
enough.
yeah, they're more inquisitive, man, and
Mm-hmm.
you think you having a conversation with them about something, but they having this conversation with you to receive the information
Information.
from,
Yeah.
from,
Yeah.
from you. So, and it's a beautiful thing. But, just try to at this day and age, man, I just try to keep up what's going on with them as much as I can, and just try to be, because they got so much access to so much stuff, and they're able to tap into so many different things. And everybody's not, back in our day, everybody who we lived around was kind of raised the same. You know what I'm saying? What's expected at my house is going to be expected at your house. With yours, when I go to go over your house, your parents going to expect the same thing from me, and vice versa. But it's
Yeah.
not like that today.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. That's
Ain't
right.
really,
Everybody
Yeah,
living a little
ain't really
different,
doing
man.
too many. Ain't too much going to houses these days, man.
nah.
Nah, that part. That part.
Nah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
So
not
yeah, man.
no sleepovers, man.
Not at all. So we just gotta be aware, man, and knowledgeable. And that's one thing my wife always tells me, like, just make sure you checking on the girls just to see what they got going on. And I try to make it my business to ensure that I'm doing that as much as I can, just for one, so I can be president, and number two, so I can be in their business.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
me,
a
man. I
fact.
don't really care, man. I ain't really trying to be the friends, man. Hey,
No,
mine.
no.
Hey, we laughing and joking, man. But if I ain't know, hey, I tell them sticks and stones, man. You can say whatever you want. You can say, do whatever. It don't even bother me, man. I'll get with you later on. I said, catch me in about 20 years, man. You'll know what I'm talking about, man. So yeah, I really be like that. Like I ain't. I mean, of course, we want to be you want to be the cool dad or whatever, but I don't really be tripping on that, man, because I rather you be mad now and then later on
Hmm.
you'll be like, whatever. If I'm here or not, you're gonna be like, hey, it's gonna make sense to you because the same thing my dad used to tell me, and he didn't have half the information I got. He didn't get half the education I got, but he still told me the same stuff, and I can see it happening right now. Like
Yeah,
outside
yeah.
working on changing oil, working on cars. He be like, "You gonna come out here and check what I'm doing?" Nah, I said, "Nah, I don't need to do that. I'm good." And then later on, I feel like, damn, like, hey, you can't do nothing, dog. You can't do half of
Yeah.
You might want to pay attention, man. So now you got to catch
Yeah,
on
yeah,
at 30
yeah,
years old, man. You couldn't even change a tire, man, because you ain't want to
yeah,
pay attention.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
For
saying?
real.
Yeah,
I was just
yeah.
thinking that the other day, bro.
same thing, man. It's the same thing. Just you say to do it every day.
No, I was just saying. I was just thinking that the other day for Jace, man. I'm like, damn,
They ain't gonna
I
be able to do it,
like you
man.
think about like, this day and time, we not really under cars changing oil. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You
you take it, you
can.
can, but I'm gonna take it to the 15 minutes,
Yeah.
spend that $80 real quick, that 15-minute oil change.
Yeah, yeah.
And
We've been blessed to pay for our convenience, man, and you
yeah,
know,
bro.
and I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind it, but some to kind of like go back to the beginning of the conversation, like those are some of the things that I wish I would have like
Yeah,
took the time and opportunity to kind of just like sit there
yeah,
and learn how to do, man. Like, my grandfather, my dad's father, he was a painter, painter contractor, man. So I used to kind of work with him in the summer times in high school. And all I did was run up pan tops and get supplies and come back and
Yeah,
chill. Like he might have me do pop, but like I wasn't really invested on the
yeah,
other craft.
yeah.
So I missed out a lot on that stuff, man. And that's just some of the things that I look back and like, man, I should have just been there studying because this is what I could be doing
Yeah.
in my house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
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 that's it, man.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
Yep.
skill that's gonna save you a lot of money. Yeah, so you
Hmm.
got some nice edge work right there. You know what I'm
I
saying?
appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you could have saved him a couple thousand on that.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's how I go, man. I mean, like I said, man, that's what I be saying when I said like, you wish you could start over, just with stuff like that, man. But I mean, I guess everybody got that, man. Everybody got those things they wish they could have did, they wish they would have did, man. But about the, you know what I'm saying. But hey, we here, man. And then like we was talking about the Lacey kid, man. Um, that mental health thing, that joint is serious, man. It's
Yeah,
real, man. And like I ain't really realized it until I don't know, man. Probably until I got like really back on social media, man. That's one thing I wish I would have did too, because I was out of I wasn't on nothing for probably
yeah, man. Yeah, 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 yeah,
you couldn't find you couldn't find me nowhere on this joint. So now
yeah.
now when I'm starting this, if I had been on this joint the whole time, I would have had a whole like a community already been, because I just once I started, for me it was like once I got out of school, I was like, man, I'm done. I'm done with all that, man. I don't need to. It's time to go to work, man. You know what I'm saying? Which now I see, that it ain't for what I used to use it for when I was 21. I don't use it for. That ain't what I'm using it for no more. But you know what I'm saying. But if I would have did that back in the days, man, it'd be different right now. But
Yeah,
yeah, but
yeah.
you
So
know what I'm saying. Now we get on there connecting with people, man, and you can, you do your networking, and you get you just tap in with the people that you know what I'm saying, that you want to be, tapped in
hmm
with, man, because that's what it's for, man. It ain't for all the nonsense.
the
We always,
nonsense. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, we can't say we don't look at it. We laughing at
yeah,
nonsense that be on here, and you know what I'm saying. But yeah, it's for that building, man. That building, that networking, that you know what I'm saying, trying to move forward. You know what I'm saying, whatever way we can do it, man.
no, absolutely, man. Because like and that in itself is just it's another whole different world, man. It's
Nah,
a
it
whole
is.
different world, man. And you definitely gotta find the pocket of positivity that's gonna benefit you
Yeah,
in that world. You know what I mean? Because if not, you're just gonna get lost in it. And that's something that at our age, man, you don't want to be lost in that kind of world because it ain't reality.
It's not reality. Yeah,
A small percentage of it is like you saying, networking and building good, strong relationships and
yeah,
connecting with like-minded people. That's the important piece. But everything else, man, is kind of a facade.
yeah, yeah. Hey,
nah,
Lana,
you're
what
right
happened?
though.
You about to say something?
Nah, I was just gonna agree, but nah, what you
Yeah.
got?
Hey, so we ain't gonna mess with this guy too long, man. This topic, man. But Lana, what you think about? I don't know if he's your guy, man, but what you think? You think that 50 months is enough or not, man?
Talking about the diddler, the D, the
Yeah,
I, the
man, Sean,
D, the
man,
D.
Sean, man. You think, man? Y'all got y'all. I mean. Go ahead. What you think, man? You think he got what he supposed to
Oh
get or
yeah,
what?
nah, definitely. He got every little bit he's supposed to get.
Yeah.
He got the time. Really, the time he got is for putting hands on Cassie
Yeah.
and Jane. You know, whoever Jane was. But you know, I mean, he beat a whole Rico, but they had to get him for something, man. They want that man off the streets for a reason, because of his endangerment to women.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, which is, you know, I understand. I mean, they did Bill Cosby, they did R. Kelly. I mean, but it did everybody, man. But you know, I think I don't know, bro. I try not to get too woo woo with this, man. You know, conspiracy theorists, but you know, I think there's just a lot behind the curtain, bro. That you know, it's like, all right, you know, you see all of these prominent black successful men. It makes you start thinking, man, they don't want to see you with money, man. It starts to make you it makes you think a little bit. They don't want to see you in these powerful situations, whatever the case may be. But I mean, not to make any excuses for what he's done, man. He had live bodies in his closet, man, falling over each other, you know. So he had to get something. And shit, bro, he already did a year. I mean, I've done time with people who did 10-year bids, 4-year. I mean, I think he can do that, lay down for a little bit, and he already trying to get a little, not a little, but he's trying to go into a, what do you call it, a rehab.
Halfway rehab or something like that.
Yeah, center. So, you know, he's spending it as a drug problem, and I get it. I mean, you got to do what you got to do to get home and get into a low security situation, but I don't know, bro. I feel like, you know, he got the time. He did the crime. He got the time. You know, he not appealing it. So I feel like he won. You really think about it, man. What he got? Is that 3 years or 4 years? Is that?
That's 4 years. 50 months.
4 years. Yeah.
He already did a year and a half.
He already did a year and a half.
And you got to think about it, man. It's the feds. They got a 97% conviction rate that they got to meet. So they, regardless of what time they gave him, you know, I think the guideline said something like, was it 70 to 135 months or something like that. They was gonna give him time regardless. So you know, I mean, I think he'll be fine. I think he'll get out a lot sooner than what the time he's expected to do. But you know. Man, I really can't speak on that, man. We'll be on this joint.
Yeah. That's why I said we ain't gonna touch on it, man. But I know. Hey, so wait. Hey, so when he get out, or before he get out line, what you gonna? I know you ain't gonna put it up on your phone or nothing. But if you gonna tap your feet, you know what I'm saying? More money, more problems, or any of them joints, or you just gonna chill if you in a little spot and one of them Diddy joints come on, man.
I mean, listen. I mean, did he come on? I mean, he pretty much. You think about every song from the '90s that we love. Diddy's in the mix somehow. You know, whether he produced it, whether on his label,
even the movies, man.
Right, exactly. You know, man. Big is my favorite rapper of all time. So it's like, how do I not listen to Big anymore? You know, what I mean, it's certain things. It's just difficult.
You got nothing to do with that.
You know what I mean? So anyway, but you know, I mean, I think the music is off limits. At this point, I think music is off limits. Like, people still rocking R. Kelly, like, man, I'm gonna listen to my R. Kelly, you know what I mean? So
not for real.
You know, like you know, I think that cancel culture is it's overwhelming, man, because it's like you feel guilty for enjoying things you used to enjoy, or people you used to enjoy, But yeah, man, I think you know, when it comes to Diddy, I just think more about what is the PR rollout going to be.
Oh yeah,
you know, how does he build his brand back? Like, what does that look like? I'm interested to see that come back.
He was supposed to be. He had like speaking engagements or something this week.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah,
I know that made the judge hot, man.
Yeah, like oh wow, oh you arrogant. You think
get home?
Yeah, you can go home. Okay. Oh, you already showing me you think you doing shit. You know, yeah. Nah, so I'm interested to see what that PR rollout's going to be, and I think about I said something about Mike Vick, and my wife was like, that was with dogs, but I'm like, yo, white people, let's be real, white people still hate Mike Vick from that.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, so you look at what he's had to do to build his brand, and I feel like although he went right back into the league and played, but he didn't play right away. I mean, he had some, he had a time building that brand back.
Yeah, and he had to do a lot too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He had to do a
yeah.
whole lot.
Community and
He
service and
lost a
all the
lot of money.
things.
He lost a lot
Yeah,
of money, a lot of endorsements,
yeah.
and he really wasn't going to play. If we had a different situation, I think it was an injury or something. So it
Hmm.
ain't
I
like,
forgot he was with the Eagles.
Yeah,
yeah, it ain't like
Donovan got hurt.
he played. It ain't like he just played because he was whatever. He ended up just happened to get that opportunity. So
Hmm. Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? It ain't have to go like that for him. So he definitely, and he
Yeah.
wasn't as big as Diddy.
No,
You know what
not
I'm
at
saying?
all. Not
Never
at
was.
all.
Never was as
No.
powerful. None of that. So that's what I think. I think it's like that, man. You get that powerful, man. You can't be spitting in them people's face, man. You can't be, you know what I'm saying?
No.
You can't just be out here doing any and everything. And he always was I think Diddy was always a different type of guy before when he was like first started. He was always like a monster for real. And then
Oh
as
yeah,
he
Oh
got
yeah.
the more money, the more successful he got, it
Hmm.
got worse. But for the music though, music just a feeling, man. So I be laughing,
Yeah.
joking about it. But like music, that's a feeling. I don't care about now. I'm not listening to if I know somebody did something to some kids or something. Yeah, I'm not listening to that, man. But
yeah,
I'm talking
yeah,
about the snitches and the whatever. When the music come on, I'm rolling, man. I don't know these people.
yeah.
I don't know none of these.
That,
Yeah.
that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Not at
So
all. At all. At
yeah,
all.
so the music.
Ain't affecting my life.
Nah, man. All I know is them tunes, man. So yeah,
Yep,
that's
yep.
that's that's what I say far as the music, man. But yeah, we'll. I'm definitely like you said, Lon, I want to see, what I'm saying, how he try to spin it. But if I'm him, though, I'm just gonna chill. I'm just gonna disappear, man. When I get out, I'm just gonna fade out the way, man. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
what do they call him, like a
But they
narcissist?
can't do it, man.
he can't do it.
Yeah.
Nah, he got to do a Russell. He need to pull like a Russell Simmons or something like that. But
Yeah,
I don't think he gonna
Can't
be
do
able to
it.
do that, man.
nah.
Nah.
No. Because I even look at, I mean, I know it's a different person, but Thug, why Thug throwing rocks at the penitentiary, man? I mean, just,
Wow.
I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, you beat probably the biggest case of Atlanta history.
Yeah,
And then you go do an interview talking about certain things. Your music is highlighting certain things.
Yeah.
You go shoot a video on the courthouse steps, like, bruh, like you don't parade your win in front of the police, like, bro, just shut it down or do something different, or maybe they know something we don't know, right? Maybe we just outside looking in, but
yeah. I think that's the ego, man.
You can help
Like
it.
yeah, his ego so
That's
inflated.
that's a black thing, man. Like
Yeah,
we can't help but like
mm-hmm.
flaunt our wealth. Which I mean, we always do that. We all gonna, we're gonna drive where
yeah,
we drive, But I'm just saying, with
Yeah.
that right there, I'm gonna be. You won't even hear. You'll never hear from me, man. I
yeah,
make my
yeah.
songs. I'll do my thing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? My music, but nah, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be talking like
Like,
that.
look at Gunna. Gunna, he winning right now because I put his head down. I'm focused on what I can control, and I
But
mean,
but he doing that because he supposedly had did something wrong. So when you do something wrong, you can't come out with your head high. So he
mm-hmm.
supposedly had did the wrong thing, supposedly. So he couldn't come out like
True.
Mm,
his chest. You know what I'm saying? Because if you get caught doing something, and the
Mm-hmm.
whole world was like
Yeah,
shit on
yeah.
him. So he had to
mm.
do that. Thug coming out like he like OJ. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all know I did something. You probably know I
Apparently, he
did
did the
something.
same thing, ain't
Yeah, yeah.
it?
He hurt, man. He hurt. I see that like he hurt, man. I feel like
He
he
is.
just
He is hurt.
he hurt. He hurting, man. That and he don't really know how to express it, man. He definitely he's a guy that probably
Therapy.
would benefit
Yeah.
from some therapy and
Facts.
some mental health intervention for real, man. So I hope that he can get it together so it can come out in his music, man. What he does best,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's facts. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
man. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, we don't know none of them people, man. So hey, we be striking blade. We
Yeah,
gonna
that's a
that's
fact.
just what they call that water cooler talk, barbershop
Yeah.
talk, man. But we got real life that we dealing with, man.
Fucking right.
So
Right.
I check them guys a couple few minutes a day.
Yeah.
Check what they got going on,
Yeah.
man. And you gotta get back to the real world, man.
Nah,
Exactly.
that's a
Exactly.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Rick Ross made this point, man. Um, talking about support, like who you support, right? And he was saying like, man, you might have, somebody that been in your circle or somebody that you grew up with that's doing something great, you know what I mean? And you won't even click the like button. You know how Rick Ross
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
emphasized, you
yeah.
won't even
I
click the
posted that
like
joint like
button.
last year. I
Mm-hmm.
posted
You
that
know what
joint.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I
And
remember
then, but at the same time, we'll be out here, kind of like idolizing, some of these celebrities. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know these people; they don't know us, man. But that support that you giving, somebody that that you don't know how that can boost them. And
Yeah,
also in turn, you might be taking a little piece of their blueprint too to turn it into something. So,
yeah,
you know, this is all perspective, man.
yeah.
Hmm. That's
Like
a
we
fact.
can like Lionel do something for his business. If I'm gonna say like I ain't gonna I'm gonna see it. Hey, sometimes we just don't see it, or we just be we be moving.
Hmm.
But I ain't gonna acknowledge that or post that. But I'm gonna tell Kevin Hart happy birthday. And
Yeah.
one of the 200,000 people that's gonna be like, talking to them people that they ain't even running their pages, man. They're not even thinking about
Nah,
you.
that's a
People,
fact,
I be
man.
seeing people do that, man. I be laughing.
That's sick.
Like I
That's
might
sick,
laugh
man.
at some, or I might say something to some things, but you ain't never gonna catch me talking about writing to somebody like, what I'm saying. I be seeing people, I be wondering if they real, man. Like certain people be like, yo, if you see this, would you please, just
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah,
come on, man. But yeah, man, you
Hmm.
got to support your people, man. And like I said,
yeah, yeah.
I do that more now. Like if I'm at work and I don't even see, like I can't even hear it, but I know somebody that I know they got something up. I just hit it. Like I save it. I watch it later. But
Right.
social media, if you promote business, that's that algorithm. You just say, I know that like it might not mean nothing, but it's gonna do something. You
It's
gonna
gonna
tap
do something.
you go
It's
Hmm.
gonna add to your analytics, man. And
yeah
it might lead one more person
to
to where
see.
they need to be to
Yep.
see.
To share.
So,
That's what
it's
it is, man.
helpful, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
I always be laughing about that, man. I
Hmm.
be thinking like, damn, man, I be seeing it, and I be like, damn, I wonder if how many people I know, like that I talk to, whatever, they out here doing that, like, what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
kind of scary to me, man. If
Hmm.
somebody with 200 million followers, like I ain't telling LeBron happy birthday, man. Just say don't make. I might like the post of his birthday, but I ain't doing that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, man.
each
Yeah,
his
man.
own, each his own, man.
To each his own, bro.
Yeah, man.
And
Hey, but Raymar, man, I was telling you yesterday, man, we had all these things, man, and we probably touched two of them, man. But hey,
yeah, yeah,
still,
yeah.
we still, we know what I'm saying. We had a whole damn near over an hour, man. We done
Yeah,
wrapped.
great combo. No,
Yeah,
for sure,
man,
for sure.
sure, man. So we gonna we let you roll, man. We appreciate you, dog.
No doubt, no
We gonna
doubt.
make sure. Hey, we do a couple lives or something every now and
All
then.
right.
We get you just tag in with us, man. When
No, most definitely.
you ain't
Most
got nothing
definitely.
going on, man. But yeah, man, keep doing what you're doing, man. Help everybody in the crib and daughters, everybody, family,
Yeah.
good, moms, all that, man.
Likewise. Likewise, man.
Yeah. So before we roll, Lionel gonna get you to send us off, man, and then we're gonna get up out of here, man. So Lionel, go ahead, man.
Yeah, Raymar, like John said, man, we appreciate you pulling up on us, showing love, man. I think always showing love, man. Liking, commenting,
Yep.
always, man, just supporting the pod. And so, with all our guests, all our shows, we always have them close out, kind of give the benediction, you know what I mean? So, if you got a key for the day, a gem, anything you can leave the listeners, what you got for the good people?
Yeah, man. We in this season where like, the weather starts changing and the leaves start falling, man, and it's oftentimes it's very hard to be motivated to kind of do stuff at this point in time because it's getting darker faster. But I just want to tell the people like whatever you have your heart set on, whatever you're trying to accomplish, now is the time. Now is the time. And just be intentional about everything, whether it's building relationships, fixing something in the home, your finances, on at work, your health, your mental health. Just be intentional behind those things and those goals that you want to accomplish because when you're intentional behind it, you create obedience, you create a self accountability. So when things like hurdles or roadblocks, come your way, like they don't mean anything because your goal is right there. And when we push through those things, we learn who we are, and just keeping that faith, keeping grounded, man. Having that faith in the Most High and applying that to our day to day too, and you're gonna reach where you need to be, man. That's what I got for everybody. So just be intentional, stay focused, and you're gonna get there. We'll get there,
Yeah,
Yes,
man, for
sir.
sure,
Appreciate
man.
that.
Yeah,
no
man.
doubt.
Yeah, man. Hey, so That's a wrap, man. My guy Raymar Byrd, man. Hey,
Appreciate it.
we'll catch you, man. Y'all catch us, man. Hey, we'll see y'all next week, man. All right, bro.
All
Appreciate you.
right. Yep. Y'all have a good one.
Yes,
All
yes,
right,
sir.
man.
Peace.